Welcome to my next adventure. This one's going to be a paddling adventure, and this time we're going to Kouchibouguac National Park, which is one of my favorite parks probably in the world. Grew up close to it, went to the beach there all the time when we were young. I remember going camping and picking clams in the inner salt marshes. I have very fond memories of that park. This adventure, I'm going to take the kayak, put in at Callender's Beach, which is in behind the sand dunes, explore Saint-Louis Lagoon, check out Pointe-à-Maxime campsite, which is a backcountry campsite that you paddle into. I'd love to go back and try camping there sometime. And then I'm going to go to the islands and the end of the Kelly's Beach Dune, Kouchibouguac Dune. There's a seal colony out there I've walked to before, but I'm going to try and paddle around the end of the dune and get to that seal colony and see what I see along the way. It's going to be an awesome adventure. So let's go see what we can find at Kouchibouguac National Park.
Morning.
She's like, I've never seen anything like that before. I don't know what that is. Is that some kind of strange human? You are wearing a very strange hat.
Yeah.
Well, it's been pretty eventful so far. Oh, a bunch of sandpipers coming in. Got some video of them. There's a tern flying around. Watched an osprey dive into the water, but didn't have my camera ready. That was cool. Hopefully that happens again. And just passed a dead seal on the beach, which is really gross. Surprised there's no animals around it. And I haven't even made it past the teepee yet, so just basically got in the boat and saw all that. So looking like it's going to be a pretty big day. I think here comes an osprey, so time to put this camera away. When you hear the yellowlegs fight, the greater yellowleg. Such an open landscape. Salt-nourished water. All protected by the outer sand dune. It's amazing that there's such a big body of water behind that sand dune. Little sandpipers going every which way. Mostly common yellow. talk a bit about safety while I'm thinking of it, because I'm getting in open water. I'm going to cross I think it might be the Kouchibouguac River. It might be a Kouchibouguac River. Anyways, it's the one goes in by St. Marie de Kent. That's a cormorant. Osprey just flew over. Safety though, open water. Something I learned last year when we took the kayaking course from Jeremy Klein in Grand Bay Westfield. These boats are light and they're susceptible to wind, especially in open water. So unlike a sea kayak you actually have a line that goes around the outside of your boat that's a solid line, not a bungee line. And that solid line is to help you get back in the boat if you capsize or get out of your boat somehow. But the other thing they have is two bulkheads, so a bulkhead in the front and a bulkhead in the back, which means the only part that fills up with water in a sea kayak is the cockpit, and you can basically get in it, clean the water out, and keep going if you're in open water. But they're also performance-wise, they can go a lot faster in open water. The danger though with wind in the ocean is, oh, big blue heron just flew, shoot. Anyways, the danger with wind that I never thought of, but when the wind is blowing offshore, which is doing today, it's nice to get in by shore, but if you get in the wind and the wind takes you, it's going to push you out. And if you're in the ocean, there's nothing going to stop you from just keeping on going. I'm in behind the sand dunes, so the worst that can happen to me now is if I get blown off course, we'll get pushed out into the sand dune, Kelly's Beach sand dune, Kouchibouguac Dune. Big cormorant just flew over, if you can see that. So you've got to watch wind blowing offshore, which usually you're thinking the wind blowing inshore causing waves would be your bigger problem, but I'm going to go to the end of the dune, see if I can see some seals, but probably not go into the main water, just stay behind the dunes. The wind will blow me against the dunes, so might be a challenge, but at any point I can get out and walk. I mean, it's pretty shallow along this whole lagoon, I think, even out in the open parts. But right now I've got to cross the river, and there's a bit of a crosswind. Picks up. I want to check out the campsite, Saint-Maxime. Pointe-à-Maxime campsite is a remote campsite at Kouchibouguac Park. It's on this river that I can't remember the name of, but I'll put in the video. And I want to check out the campsite. I want to stay here at some point. It's a paddle-in backcountry campsite. And once I pick up the campsite, see that fishing boat circling back around? I'm going to go out to the point, cross over to the sand dunes, which I think is about 500 meters across, so not too far. I can see it. And the wind will blow me in that direction, so it should be fairly easy. Put on some bug spray because the dog flies are trying to eat my arms, and they're very annoying. And then check out some seals near the end of the dune, and then make my way back the inside of the dune, so to stay out of that wavy outer bay. That's the beauty of these places that are protected by the sand dunes, is it's very calm here. It's probably quite a bit more wavy out in the ocean. So now I gotta shut up and stop talking so I can sneak up on that turn or maybe find another blue heron. One other thing I wanted to say before I forget about it, before I edit this video, is that I stopped in at the visitor center, asked about this campsite, the Saint-Maxime, I think it's called, campsite. Not used very much, but you still have to call, like, you can't reserve it online, you have to call them and reserve it, but it's not used very much, so easy to get, I think, if you want to. Let's give a tour of the Pointe-à-Maxime campsite. Hopefully nobody's camping here. Lots of turns around, that's cool. So there's 4 campsites here. And mosquitoes. So, looks like that's one. Outhouse. That's cool. Campsite here. More mosquitoes. Oh my god, the mosquitoes are bad. Ugh. 1 campsite, 2 campsite. Ridiculous mosquitoes. I gotta get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, they're biting me from every angle. Outhouse, fancy. Holy frig. Firewood, I'm assuming. Bug spray is the next thing on my list. Yep, firewood. That's cool. That's all my stuff down there. Cool spot, but bring bug spray. Oh my god. And I don't know if that was 4. No, there might be another one down there. Nice one over here. I like this one. Big heron. Oh, you buggers. Oh my god. I'm not sure. Somebody left a tent behind. Oh, I gotta get bug spray on. Oh. Ooh. It's a beach with some kind of barge, I guess. Some seals. Weird barge. It's good. Tide going out and pushing me out quite a bit. Didn't realize it was that strong when I'm right in the main channel, so. found the culprit, little hermit crabs. Oh, there's another little guy. I'm kind of hoping I see a seal before I go to the cave because I don't want to go in this. seals out yet today. Well, just took some video of bald eagle hanging out on the beach, not doing much. I was hoping you'd do something, but just kind of walk around. Just looking at the sunshine across the dunes. What a beautiful spot. The heron hunting out in the water. All kinds of shorebirds and seagulls. Just mountains of stuff here. What an amazing spot. I think I can see the field where I need to get to at Callender's Beach, so I just ran out of a memory card on one of my cameras, so it's a good indication that I've been out here too long. It's kind of hard paddling in 6 inches of water. More pushing on the bottom than paddling. But what an amazing spot. I turned sideways just to see that. The sunshine on the dunes. I struggle through the shallows. Shallow this water. God, it's hard paddling. Against the wind, against the tide. Can't keep the water behind my paddle. Always 5 inches of water. At least it's not bottoming out. I haven't had to walk yet. See the field of Callender's Beach in front of me. I'm going straight for now. It's going to make my way down the dunes, but it's too shallow. Well, not gonna lie, the last part was a challenge the way back. I was against the wind at an angle, which is even worse. Not a bad wind, but I think it was pretty much slack tide, so the tide was, but it was shallow, probably about 4 or 5 inches, enough for the boat to go through, but that was just about it. So every paddle I had to take, I was more digging in the sand to push than anything. Really difficult to do until I get out in the channel, and then it was more wind and waves. But I made it back and had an amazing adventure on the island full of terns, the tern colony, parked offshore, and they were just swooping all around me. It was amazing. Went around and saw the seals, which was amazing. Too bad I saw one that was hurt. First started off with one that was dead on the side here, but there was one that was hurt out by the point. The other people I was talking to said they called the park office, not sure if they could do anything or not, but fun to watch a seal colony again. And then, like I say, it was a challenging trip back, but a beautiful day and a great adventure.